Ken from Tokyo. In this video, I will show you the top 10 updated tourist scams to avoid before traveling to Japan.
Although Japan is known worldwide as a safe country, its large population and high tourist traffic make it prone to scams, especially in major tourist areas. To ensure your trip remains a great experience, check out this video in advance.
Also, we offer private tours in Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto. If you are interested, please contact me through the link below. Alright, then let's go. Number 1. Tout. We talked about Tout in my previous video, but if you're not familiar, rip-off bars were pretty common in downtown Japan, especially targeting tourists and drunk people.
For example, in Kabukicho, someone might come up to you and say, "Hey, there's a bar where drinks are just 500 yen. But if you go in without checking the prices, your first drink could be extremely strong, making you feel dizzy." Meanwhile, there have been cases where credit cards were misused or huge fees were added under names like charge fees, nomination fees, or service fees. If customers refused to pay, they were threatened with things like, "If you don't pay, I'll call the police." If they didn't have cash, some were even taken to an ATM and forced to withdraw money. But in recent years, Japanese police have cracked down on these scams, so these kinds of rip-offs have become much less common. In the Shinjuku area, on the other hand, more sophisticated scams have been reported. For example, in the name of a charge fee, a weekend surcharge or seat charge may be added to the bill, resulting in an unexpectedly high total. While it is common for Japanese restaurants to charge a cover fee called otoshi, it is typically around 600 yen. Charging 6,000 yen or more is highly unusual, except at a few high-end establishments. In these situations, it's hard for the police to step in.
Therefore, it is important not to follow a tout just because the price sounds cheap, but instead check the restaurant's pricing in advance or confirm any additional fees with the staff before entering. Number 2. Matching up. In downtown areas of Japan, especially Kabukicho, Roppongi, and Ikebukuro in Tokyo, scams using matching apps are common, targeting both Japanese and foreign tourists.
Scammers use clever tricks. A woman from the scam group befriends a target through a matching app and invites him to a restaurant, saying she knows a great place to eat. Once inside, the victim is encouraged to drink strong alcohol or order expensive drinks. Before he realizes what's happening, the woman disappears, leaving him with a huge bill. In 2024, the Shinjuku Police Department arrested 4 bar employees in Kabukicho, Tokyo, for violating the entertainment establishment's control law. The women lured men through matching apps, saying things like, "I want to go to a bar I couldn't enter before." Once inside, they inflated the bill to 160,000 yen, about 20 times the usual charge of 8,000 yen, and took kickbacks from the bar. The bar was locked to keep other customers out, and its location changed every few months, making it hard for victims to escape. While police may step in if many complaints are filed, these scams are usually treated as civil disputes, making it difficult for authorities to intervene.
To avoid these scams, be wary of invitations to recommended restaurants and check reviews and prices beforehand. Number 3. QR code.
Recently, QR codes for ordering and payment have become common in Japanese restaurants and food courts. However, scammers are taking advantage of this by using fake QR codes to steal credit card information. Scammers stick fake QR codes on tables and order panels in food courts. When customers scan them, they are redirected to a fake order page. After choosing their food, they are asked to enter their credit card details, and if they proceed with payment, their information is stolen and misused. Since fake QR codes look almost identical to real ones, more and more people are falling for this scam without realizing it.
To avoid getting scammed, always check if the QR code has been tampered with or replaced, and don't enter payment details on suspicious screens. If you think your credit card has been misused, contact your credit card immediately. Number 4. Dual pricing. Whether charging different prices for a tourist is considered fraud is unclear, but some foreign visitors may unknowingly enter a restaurant and end up paying more.
For example, a restaurant that opened in April 2024 in Shibuya offers an all-you-can-eat lunch on weekdays at a price 1,100 yen higher for foreign visitors. Another long-established restaurant in Kyoto provides a 14,300 yen course meal exclusively for Japanese customers. Both restaurants explain that the price difference is due to additional costs, such as the employment of English-speaking staff. Currently, only a few restaurants have introduced dual pricing, but future trends will be closely monitored. Meanwhile, double pricing is also being discussed in public facilities and infrastructure. The city of Kyoto has requested the government to introduce a system in which bus fares for tourists are set higher than those for residents to reduce congestion caused by increasing visitor numbers. Additionally, public facilities such as Himeji Castle are considering implementing double pricing for foreign visitors. Since many of these services are funded by Japanese taxpayers, this policy may gain a certain level of acceptance.
However, setting different prices for foreign visitors in the private service industry may be seen as an unclear or unfair pricing structure, raising concerns among many. Number 5. Donations. For tourists in Japan, street donations or fundraising near train stations may seem like acts of kindness, but some of them are scams.
In the past, there have been many reports of women claiming to be Filipino approaching tourists and passers-by in a friendly manner near train stations and asking for donations. Some tactics include showing a so-called donor list or offering candy in exchange for donations. Scams posing as disaster relief donations often increase after major disasters. After the 2024 Noto Peninsula earthquake, fraudsters wore vests and uniforms, handing out flyers with fake charity logos. However, there's no guarantee that the money actually goes to disaster relief. Some scammers also claim to have police permission and show a permit, but Japanese police do not verify or guarantee fundraising organizations. Believing a permit makes it legitimate can be risky.
Not all street fundraising is a scam, but tourists are easy targets, so it's important to stay cautious. Number 6. Taxi.
In Japan, taxi drivers can't tamper with meters. However, some drivers take longer routes on purpose to increase fares by 1.2 to 1.5 times. These tricks are hard to notice and usually don't cause big issues, but they might be more common than you think. In cities like Tokyo and Osaka, drivers sometimes have to take detours due to traffic rules or congestion, making it hard to tell if a detour is intentional or necessary. To avoid overpaying, check routes on Google Maps in advance and use flat fare taxi apps like Go or Uber. Also, as mentioned in past videos, Japan has illegal taxis called shirataku, which can cause fare problems and safety risks. Although police have cracked down on them, they still exist, so avoid any taxi without a green license plate, as it's not a legal taxi.
Most taxis in Japan are trustworthy, but it's always good to make sure you're using a legitimate one. Number 7. Brand items.
Fake brand name goods fraud is a scam where cheap counterfeits are sold as real brand name products. In 2024, a seller was arrested in Harajuku's Takeshita Dori Street for selling fake brand goods. This scam mainly targets tourists and young people. Sellers lure customers into stores, then pressure them into buying overpriced fake items without price tags, falsely claiming they are half price.
To avoid this scam, don't follow touts into unknown stores and check the real prices and designs of brands before buying. While police are increasing crackdowns, staying cautious is still important as these scams can harm Japan's reputation. Number 8. Menu photo.
In Japanese restaurants and cafes, you may be disappointed when you order a dish based on a menu picture, but the actual dish looks completely different. For example, if you order a parfait with lots of fruit but barely get any, this is not just exaggeration, it can be considered photo fraud. Such cases violate Japanese law and may be punishable. The relationship between a restaurant and a customer is based on a contract, where you pay expecting to receive food that matches the menu picture. If a restaurant serves something different, you have the right to demand the dish as shown on the menu. If the restaurant does not comply, you can cancel the order and refuse to pay. If you have already paid, you can request a refund. However, if you eat the food despite realizing it's different, you are considered to have accepted it and cannot complain later.
While a little exaggeration is normal, if the dish looks completely different, it's important to speak up as soon as possible. Number 9. Fake monk.
I talked about fake monk scams in my previous video, But recently, a new monk scam has become a hot topic. As I've mentioned before, some people dressed as monks have been reported targeting foreign tourists at popular spots in Tokyo and Osaka, asking for donations and offerings. Some even sell prayer beads or money orders. In Ueno Toshogu Shrine, fake monks have been known to demand between several thousand and 10,000 yen. Real Japanese monks never ask for money on the street. Another recent scam involves someone pretending to be a temple priest. At Saihoji Temple in Osaka, a monk from another temple posed as the abbot for over 10 years, scamming the temple out of 100 million yen. Since the abbot is the temple's leader and receives large offerings at Buddhist ceremonies, it's very likely that the impersonator was after money. If you see a suspicious monk while sightseeing, the best thing to do is ignore them.
Number 10. Phishing Scam.
Phishing scams are when scammers pretend to be real companies to steal personal information. One scam that tourists should watch out for is the fake Visit Japan Web. Visit Japan Web is an online platform provided by the Japan National Tourism Organization for foreign visitors to Japan, allowing them to complete immigration and customs procedures in advance. However, fake apps impersonating this official website have appeared frequently, so caution is advised. Currently, there are no official Visit Japan Web apps for iOS or Android, and any app available for download in app stores is fake. While you can register personal information on the official website and save it in your browser for offline use, if you see a Visit Japan Web app in an app store, never install it. The government has also issued a warning regarding this scam.
That's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe and like button. See you at the next video.